Day 3 of alternate day fasting. I'm not gonna lie. Last night I ended up having dinner a little bit late. Well, I only had a little bit of dinner, to be fair, the jerk pizza. And I didn't get to show you guys. I'm gonna have to show you guys next time, but it was so nice. I use this like gluten-free base. I use tomato paste, jerk sauce, jerk seasoning on the chicken and some others. Like some other ingredients on the pizza, cheese, all this stuff. It was good, but I think I had like 2 slices maybe, or was it 3 little slices? But it was too late, and the gluten-free base is really light on your stomach. But because I ate so late, I feel a bit bloated today. So that wasn't good. And then I've just been feeling extra tired. So I can just tell today is going to be a difficult day with getting through alternate day fasting, but it's going to be fun because you're going to have days like this. I've got my ice and water. I've even got black coffee ready today. I'm about to work. I'm working remote this week and next week. I've never mentioned before. Although, gosh, whole backstory. Studied to become a lawyer, not practicing as yet. So I've been teaching in schools, colleges, and also tutoring, so like doing one-to-ones with students online. But now I'm tutoring a school online, so remotely, abroad, which is actually really, really fun, if I'm being honest. Yeah, it's something new, and I like it. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going to prepare for my class in a little bit. I need to take my vitamins as well. So I make sure I take these vitamins every day now. So now, this is going to seem like a lot, right? But I have got, so these are my iron supplements. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a lot, okay? Because they're 20 grams each. Now, I was only taking 20 grams at first of iron. Then I got told it's not enough, take about 3 or something. And then because I'm on my monthly, I'm just taking an extra one. I always take extra on my monthly anyway because of, how much we lose and stuff. So you need more iron. 1, 2, 3, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120. That's 120 grams of iron. Now, probably a lot, but when my friend told me recently that how her doctor prescribed her 200 because she was, I think, anemic, or they just saw that she was really, really low on iron. So I was like, okay, anything below 200 should be okay, as long as you're not doing that on a daily. So I'm only doing this because I'm on my monthly. So anyway, I've got this, 20, so that's 120 grams of iron. Then I've got 2, oh gosh, what are they? It's got collagen in it, but it's got something else in it as well. Biotin and something else. And then vitamin D. And then I've got vitamin, it might be E. No, it's not E. Gosh, it's another vitamin. I forgot now. And then also I take a separate collagen supplement. Well, it's a gummy is a supplement. Which has probably got more sugar in it than the nutrients that you need. But anyway, so that's today. So that's my setup now. I'm going to take these supplements, drink my water, drink my coffee because I'm really, really tired. Prepare for this lesson, which is going to be good. And then I might head to the gym right after. I've also started homeschooling. That's a whole nother story. Temporarily, for now, I'm just taking one step at a time. Tried it before. It was okay, but then I realised I couldn't do it. And then ironically, I ended up then teaching in schools and stuff. It was really strange, the whole journey. But I knew God has been preparing me for something. So, had been preparing me and training me. So now we're trying homeschooling again. Because the last time I tried, my son was in grade 4. So now he's in year 9, depending on where you're watching from. So yeah, my goal is to just make sure that God is the center of everything, and he's the foundational, I was going to say element, but not element. He is the foundation in the curriculum, or whatever I teach in him. So today is, because it's Monday, it's check-in day. We said we'd do check-in days Mondays and Wednesdays. But anyway, I'm going to do another video about that, because I can see this is getting really long. And I'm just chatting away. So let's get preparing for the lesson. Oh yeah, this is why also I feel like it's just a bit rough this morning, because I'm feeling really guilty that I didn't end up getting my scripture challenge in for yesterday. So we're doing that. We have to do double today. That means 200 today. So let's do a few here with you guys. So Proverbs, so the scripture challenge, if you didn't know already, I mentioned it in another video, is with Tiffany Montgomery. It's a 30-day scripture challenge where you are reading out one particular verse 100 times in that day. She recommended that you split it up amongst 4 hours, so 25 each hour. So yeah, but yeah, let's get a few in here. So Proverbs 10:22, this was supposed to be yesterday's. The blessing of the Lord makes one rich, and he adds no sorrow with it. So I use my clicky that Tiffany Montgomery again recommended to use, and it really brings like satisfaction. It makes you feel like you've achieved something by clicking on it. So Proverbs 10:22, the blessing of the Lord makes one rich, and he adds no sorrow with it. But look, already on 597. That means I've just done 100 in one go, because the verse is so short. Proverbs 10:22, the blessing of the Lord makes one rich, and it has no sorrow with it. I'm not sure if I clicked it already before. Let's not click it now. We can always do an extra one. Proverbs 10:22, the blessing of the Lord makes one rich, and he has no sorrow with it. Proverbs 10:22, the blessing of the Lord makes one rich, and he has no sorrow with it. Proverbs 10:22, the blessing of the Lord makes one rich, and he has no sorrow with it. Okay, now we're up to speed, and then we've got to start today a new day, which is verse Job 42:10. And the Lord restored Job's losses when he prayed for his friends. Indeed, the Lord gave Job twice as much as he did before. So that's our new scripture for today, but we'll start our 100 after I've prepared my lesson. Good morning. Good morning. Right, good morning, Year 10. How are we all doing today? Good. Nice to meet you all. So, my name's Miss Mackenzie. What we're going to be doing, we're going to do a little introduction, and I want to get to know you guys as well today. So, the external factors affecting business decisions. So, I need to see everyone writing. Great. Okay, so next slide then. Just to get your minds thinking a little bit. Who would like that if we started at 1:30 p.m. in the afternoon?
I would.
No? So, businesses need to be able to adapt to these changes, because there was once upon a time where we didn't have the technology that we have. Okay, good. Because this is something that's more common now. But if businesses don't adapt to that, they could lose sales. Just got my 30-minute steps in. So I'm just going for another Pilates class that I actually forgot I booked. Can you imagine? I had a message on my phone to say that or a notification to say that I have now been added to the class, because apparently I was on the waiting list. Totally forgot I booked it. But hey, here we go. Imagine I'm rolling up in my sliders again. So anyway. So just got out of Pilates class. That went really, really well. I was starting to feel a little bit hungry, and that I won't lie, because obviously day 3 of alternate day fasting, I am not eating today, and my body's like, what you doing, girl? So I started feeling hungry. I was like, oh no. Obviously, naturally you're gonna feel hungry, but at this point I was just like, yeah, I want some food. Like, I want it. I didn't feel like I've got that willpower today, but I have, obviously. But it's just one of those days, you know. I don't even think I've slept very well last night. So there's that, and then there's rough morning, and then, you know, when you just don't get things done, like I said before, certain things done, and it just kind of just knocks you a bit. So yeah. And then I'm feeling like there's a bit hungry. So it's all good. It's all good. I'm still gonna keep sipping my water. I had my black coffee. I'm tempted to have another one, But no, I'm not going to do that because I know I'll start to get headaches if I have too much coffee. That's something that I do need to do. My nails, guys. I think I'm just going to take them all off. That's what I think I'm going to do. Imagine it's my birthday next week. I think it's next week. My birthday's on Good Friday. Good Friday, my birthday's on. Imagine I'm going to be... I'm not going to tell you. Guess down below. How old am I going to be next Friday? The way these years are flying by is crazy. So, yeah. But yeah, let me know down below how old you think I'm going to be. And don't be nice either. Be honest, okay? Be honest, okay? But yeah, heading home now. Going to do some stuff with my son and then get on with the rest of the day. I've also got another tutor session later, a 2-hour one this evening, so that should be good. And also it helps distract me from food, and in the evening time seems to be the time I get hungry the most. So the fact that I've got a tutor session during that time works perfectly because it'll distract me. So yeah, the sun is shining. Really? Look at these handprints in the window. Like, they stand out so much. Why has Jamal disappeared? Hey, how are you today?
I'm good, thank you.
That's good. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, my name's Justin and I'm 31 years old.
Lovely. I have a few questions for you. Is that okay?
Yes, of course.
When did you start feeling the love of God?
When I was baptised at the age of 12.
Wow, that's so young. That's amazing.
Yes, it's amazing.
Okay, question 2. When did you properly start reading the Bible?
At age 13.
Okay, that's so cool. One more question before we finish up.
No problem.
How do you feel about the Bible verse, Isaiah 54:10?
It makes me feel at peace knowing God has lots of love for me.
Wow, amazing. And thank you for your time. I have loved you with an everlasting love. I have drawn you with unfailing kindness. Okay, again, don't forget your capitals. Okay? So I'm going for another walk because I literally... I'm so hungry now. I'm not even joking. Day 1 I could handle it. Day 3, I'm really hungry. Today is a bit more of a struggle. A little bit more of a struggle, I mean. And I even had a second coffee. Now I can feel that. I knew that if I had a second coffee, black coffee, I would start to feel a little bit rubbish because it's just too much. It's coffee one day, or black anyway. Obviously, if you have it with milk, it's watered down. It's okay if you have multiple cups of coffee. But because this is black, it's just a bit much. So yeah, so now I'm going for another walk to just distract myself because it's 6:30 in the evening and I've got a lesson tutoring a lesson this evening, and then also got some other things to do. Just finished also doing some stuff with my son, well, a little while ago. Today's been quite busy, but it's like those little small moments. My stomach's just starting to like twist a little bit, so twist. Is it twist? No, it's not really twisting. It's just, and it's not even growling. It's just like, okay, we're hungry. Feed us. But it's all good. Not many hours left in the evening. So after my tutoring lesson this evening, which is 8 till 10, I'm going to bed so I can get up early in the morning and start a new day. So I've also got a tutoring lesson early in the morning, and I need to make sure I have a good breakfast before that. So but what is the right thing to do? What is the moral thing to do? What is the ethical thing to do? We do overthink, obviously, some of the exams, especially, ethics. Like, ethics is, you could say, yes, it is just self-explanatory and common sense, but there are some trick questions in there, and they're trick questions because they want to trip you up. We are reading Exodus, and then we are heading to bed. So Exodus 13 says, the firstborn consecrated. And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, consecrate to me all the firstborn, whatever opens the womb among the children of Israel, both of man and beast. It is mine. And Moses said to the people, remember this day in which you went out of Egypt, out of the house of bondage, for by strength of hand the Lord brought you out of this place. No leavened bread shall be eaten. On this day you are going out in the months of Abib. It shall be when the Lord brings you into the land of the Canaanites, and the Hittites, the Amorites, and the Hivites, and the Jebusites, which he swore to your fathers to give you, a land flowing with milk and honey, that you shall keep the service in this month. 7 days you shall eat unleavened bread, and on the 7th day there shall be a feast to the Lord. Unleavened bread shall be eaten 7 days, and no leavened bread shall be seen among you, nor shall leaven be seen among you in all your quarters. And you shall tell your son in that day, saying, this is done because of what the Lord did for me when I came up from Egypt. It shall be as a sign to you in your hand, and as a memorial between your eyes, that the Lord's law may be in your mouth. For with a strong hand the Lord has brought you out of Egypt. You shall therefore keep this ordinance in its season from year to year. The law of the firstborn. And it shall be when the Lord brings you into the land of the Canaanites, as he swore to you and your fathers, and gives it to you, that you shall set apart to the Lord all that open the womb, that is, every firstborn that comes from an animal which you have. The male shall be the Lord's, but every firstborn of a donkey you shall redeem with a lamb. And if you will not redeem it, then you shall break its neck. And all of the firstborn of man among your sons you shall redeem. So it shall be, when your son asks you in time to come, saying, what is this? Then you shall say to him, by strength of hand the Lord brought us out of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. And it came to pass, when Pharaoh was stubborn about letting us go, that the Lord killed all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, both the firstborn of man and the firstborn of beast. Therefore I sacrifice to the Lord all males that open the womb, but all the firstborn of my sons I redeem. It shall be as a sign on your hands, and as frontlets between your eyes. For by strength of hand the Lord brought us out of Egypt, the wilderness way. Then it came to pass, when Pharaoh had let the people go, that God did not lead them by way of the land of the Philistines, although that was near, for God said, lest perhaps the people change their minds when they see war and return to Egypt. So God led the people around by way of the wilderness of the Red Sea. And the children of Israel went up in orderly ranks out of the land of Egypt. And Moses took the bones of Joseph with him, for he had placed the children of Israel under solemn oath, saying, God will surely visit you, and you shall carry up my bones from here with you. So they took the journey from Succoth and camped in Ethan at the edge of the wilderness. And the Lord went before them by a day in a pillar of cloud to lead the way, and by night in a pillar of fire to give them light, so as to go by day and night. And he did not take away the pillar of cloud by day or the pillar of fire by night from before the people.